from Limerick, Ireland, and now fighting out of the Kronk Gym in the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan, the undefeated Andy Lee.
He comes to us tonight from Limerick, Ireland. Please welcome Irish Andy Lee.
Nice hook by Lee there.
He's just got to keep the fight at long range, get the shots off quickly, and then move his legs and be ready to move his upper body too.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful right hook.
Carl Daniels hits the canvas, and Benji Estevez says it is all over.
Fabulous right hook. Showed him a right jab, turned into a right hook. Absolutely fantastic shot, and very bad knockout.
They will attend to Carl Daniels as Andy Lee is jubilant about his win, but they want to make sure, certainly, that Carl Daniels is okay. He landed very heavily on the mat after that right hook from Andy Lee. You see some concern etched on Andy Lee's face. We'll see the knockout again. It is a right hook.
Yeah, see, showed him the jab, just turned it around into a hook. Incredible shot. That is really mightily impressive. Boom.
Part of the issue here is that I think Daniels' head hit the mat as he went down. But he, as we continue to look at this replay, perfect right hook by
he was out standing up, so he fell from 5.5 feet on his head. So that's they'll obviously be very concerned about that.
But as we look at it again, the good news is that Carl Daniels has in fact sat up. You see he's responding to the doctors, and so presumably he's recovering from this knockout, a devastating knockout by Andy Lee, who in terms of total power punches landed 29 of 58, 50% of his power punches, but one of those power punches was basically all he needed. You see there's the total numbers landed by Lee. Not a great percentage landed, but nevertheless a very strong performance even before the knockout by Andy Lee.
But he's a young kid, he's improving, and he's making progress as a professional. That was mightily impressive from the first time I've seen him as a pro, and I have to tell you, this guy looks the business.
He looks so good, and when he's settling down a little more and shortening up his punches, he's going to be around for a long time.
Happy to see Carl Daniels up and moving. And Andy Lee himself, I'm sure, very relieved. Andy Lee says in 10 more fights, he thinks he's going to be ready to challenge somebody of note in the middleweight division, and based upon tonight's performance, that may well be true. Joe Antonacci's in the center of the ring. Let's go to him.
Boxing fans, the time, 2 minutes and 36 seconds of round number 3. Your winner by knockout from Limerick, Ireland, now fighting out of Detroit, Michigan, Irish Andy Lee.
So Andy Lee gets an impressive win tonight, his 8th win as a professional, his 5th by knockout. So this young man gets it done, much to the delight of this crowd. Obviously, a large Irish contingent here in the audience, and they are happy to see Irish Andy Lee get the win, his 8th as a professional. So we are set to go up to the center of the ring where Tony Page is with our victor. Tony?
Thanks very much, Al. Andy, that's a hell of a lot of power you got there.
Well, yeah, it was a good shot. Sometimes you land them, you know. Like, sometimes they just connect on the right spot and they go down, yeah.
How did you set him up with that right?
I was looking for it. I knew he was trying to pick my jab all the time with his left hand. Every time I jabbed, he was picking it nice. He's got a lot of experience and a lot of skill, you know. And he was picking my jabs, and so I threw the jab short, and then I cracked him with the hook round the side of his left hand, you know. And it just landed sweetly, you know.
So you were just trying to set him up?
I was trying to get him, yeah. I know, not like the first 2 rounds I was trying to set him up, but he had so much experience and he's so much craft, you know, that he wouldn't let me. He was trying to set me up. And luckily I just got him in the 3rd round, yeah.
Even though it was a devastating knockout, did you learn anything?
Definitely, yeah. Like, I think my composure was a lot better, you know. I didn't, like a lot of young fighters would have rushed out there and end up getting caught, you know, because he had a lot of craft. And he would end up catching me early in the fight, so I just used my skill and waited for the right time, you know, to throw my shot. And luckily it came in the third round, yeah.
They look very good. Let's go down the ringside. Another guy looks very good, Al Bernstein.
Thank you, Tony. You're so kind. Well, 22-year-old Andy Lee scores this first-round knockout. Doesn't get much better than that in terms of power.
Absolutely. I mean, he's not noted for his power. Certainly wasn't in the early part of his career. Nevertheless, you know, 4 knockouts is not bad, but that is certainly devastating looking power, and it was done with intelligence, setting it up, and sweet as a nut.
All right, so a big win